right. Cool. So I'll start it up now. Let me just add you or accept the request.
I definitely did have you added at one point, but I switched. I bought a Wii because like I was just using my roommates.
Oh, okay.
But like, I actually have one now. So,
nice.
And for some reason I couldn't transfer the Nintendo ID. It was really weird.
Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with those, honestly. It's kind of brutal, but so yeah, I've just had the same Nintendo ID. That's why it's like a different username, just because I've had this Wii for so long.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I before like you told me what it was, I was just trying to add like Locus SK, and I was like, huh. And I was wondering if it was like BC Locus SK or something, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, no. It's been so long since I've actually, or I guess it was long enough ago that I hadn't changed my tag yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all good. Audio settings look all good. All right, I'll throw a room up unless you already have a. Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, you're just kind of looking for. Are there any like specific matchups or anything that you're looking for help with, or is it mostly just kind of like pick out what habits I can see, just kind of in general?
Both.
Okay.
Like, the only person like I'm like consistently losing to at my locals are like grapplers like DK, well mainly just DK or Yoshi.
Okay.
There's this one fucking Yoshi, and he has my playstyle completely figured out, and like the game is like no sweat for him, but I'm like on the edge of my seat the whole time. So I guess in that sense, like repetitive things that I'm doing a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of told myself I would definitely start playing Diddy because I was just playing him casually once, and I decided I really liked item play. So I'm gonna try to play him more. Okay. So I don't know. I'll probably bounce around between Mewtwo and Diddy.
Awesome. But yeah, I'll start as Ryu and see what I can kind of pick out just for habits first, and then we'll see what we can do about the grapplers and about Yoshi.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Yoshi is super annoying.
Yeah. I don't really like understand. Like I know I should be like trying to catch his landings like Shadow Ball and stuff, but out of nowhere, like I'll feel like I'm like I'm playing super defensively and everything's going well, and then like I'll get like not comboed, but like I'll just get knocked into the air, and then I'll be unable to land, and then I'll get egged and or fared off stage. It's rough.
Nice. That was really good.
Thank you. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh no.
That was weird. That was Nair dragged down from you, cancelled by my down air into footstool. That was interesting. But yeah, everything looks like really good at this point. Your conversions were good. I'd say like don't convert into things that or don't go for conversions into things that I guess won't kill, but they're kill options. Like there were a couple of times where you tried to do conversions into up smash.
Yeah.
There was one time where you tried to do Nair Drag down up tilt up smash and it didn't connect, and then there was another time where you tried to do you did some kind of string towards the left side of the stage, and then you landed and tried to bait and air dodge into up smash. And those things are going to be really, really important once you get to kill percent. But and you kind of want to. Well, it's not even so much you shouldn't worry about doing them beforehand, but like you want to kind of keep those cards hidden. You want your opponent to not be thinking about your kill options when you get them.
Okay.
And that's why the Nair footstool disable works so well, is because I was like, oh well, there's no way he kills me off of a Nair right now. Like, even if I do get hit by a Nair, like it's not like I was intentionally getting hit by your Nair or anything, but I was like, okay, I'm not watching out for a Nair right now. I got hit by a Nair and just died for it. Whereas it's like, if you do those couple of things, you throw out those up smashes, it's suddenly like, okay, now I'm watching for an up smash.
Okay.
And watching for what will confirm into an up smash. So yeah, I'd say just like kind of hold those cards for when it's going to be important to get those kills. And then there was something else I was gonna mention. I
had a couple misinputs. Like at one point, like I disabled when I think I was just trying to like side B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, there was something else, but I'm not 100% sure what it was right now. Oh, did early in the game, did you intentionally? I was coming down on you, and you were shielding, and you let go of shield, and then power shield my aerial. Was that something that was like intentionally like, okay, I'm gonna let go of my shield so I can actually power shield this, or was it just like kind of like let go of shield, panic, reshield?
That's something that I actually try to do a lot. Like I will hold shield and then drop shield to try to power shield. So like the guy that I play with the most, he plays both Cloud and Ryu, or well, he plays more Ryu now. But like when he approaches with aerials with either one of them, like I will either like hold shield, or sometimes I'll just stand there like without shield and just like let him come at me, and then I'll try to power shield it so I can get punished.
That is super good. That is super crucial, especially against Ryu, because just him having that much shield stun without perfect shields is something that will really get you.
Yeah, it's the only way I can consistently like play aggressively against Ryu.
Yeah, because I saw that and I was like, oh shit, like, and there aren't many people who will go for that, which is really, really good, and it's something that like really, really punishes Ryu.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely interested in the new perfect shield mechanic in Smash Ultimate. Like, that's going to be weird to get used to.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the exact same start of last game, so just be careful on that.
Oof. Thank you. Nice.
Thank you. So yeah, the only like awful thing I saw that game is just that literally that first interaction. It seems like when you're kind of in like that panic situation where you're getting like aggressed on, the main thing you do is just that roll behind.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to integrate more options into that situation, just so it's not. And when I say integrate, I mean like integrate into like your kind of like autopilot, because it's good to be able to autopilot those kind of options, but you want your autopilot to be like do one of these 4 options at random, you know?
Okay.
Because, you know, as you start doing more of those options, it becomes harder for me to predict, and also that roll behind becomes better. Just because there's more options for me to deal with on the table, and it's not just immediately like, okay, I'm gonna try and punish the roll behind.
Was what I was doing like when I was like on ledge against you, and I think I'd like just taken your stock, but I at one point like I like kind of dropped down, like I was going up there, and you just sat in shield, and then I teleported back up and then rolled in, and I expected you to down smash me, but I kind of got away with it. Like, were you that mean when you just sat in shield instead of down smashing me, I got nervous and I thought you were going to run into stage and read that I was going to roll in.
Yeah, see, so what I was trying to cover there was I was expecting you to grab ledge, and then do drop, jump, and then hit my shield.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting you to drop and then instantly jump and then up air, and then kind of float back on a stage above me.
Yeah.
So I had my shield ready, and I was going to double jump back air as soon as you hit my shield. So I was kind of like ready to react to that.
Okay.
And then when I saw you re-grab the ledge, I was just like, okay, I don't think I have time to turn around down smash before, because I was facing away from you.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I don't think I have time to turn around down smash. And then I kind of just let you back on stage for free because I didn't expect you to re-grab. So honestly, the re-grab was good because it was something that I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear,
Oh.
That's my bad.
All right.
I had people using my the locals I go to. We have like a group of people who don't actually like enter the tournament, and I normally let them use my Wii, and they like to turn items on.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's back to my rules. So I think it'll be good, but just next time. I'll try and remind you too.
That happens when I play with Moist.
Yeah.
One other thing that I think like I don't have as much of an issue with anymore, because I try to move around more instead of letting myself get cornered. But like I can cover like most people who like run at me from the ground, unless they're Little Mac. But like when people start approaching from the air and like take me out with their jumps, like I kind of am unsure what to do with my Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oops.
Yeah.
Nice, very good.
Thank you.
Oh, that would have been sick
Yeah.
though. So I think the thing you're getting hit for like most that I'm seeing is just is just kind of like committing to an option and having an option kind of in your head that you're going to do or that you want to do. And then kind of committing to it a little bit too soon. So like, for example, like, yeah. So that's a good example of how you got killed. You committed to Nair at a distance where I actually just react to it with Shoryu.
Yeah.
Or throwing Shadow Ball in a position where I can jump in and get forward air out before you can actually... Or rather, committing to Shadow Ball in a position where you don't see where I am yet. Or maybe it's just like you're predicting wrong. But a lot of the times, even like when we're just kind of in neutral and you haven't like committed to anything yet, like you'll dash forward and immediately get hit by like an aerial. So I'd say just like, I know it's a little bit harder because of Wi-Fi and everything too. Oh, do you have rules? I don't know who has rules now.
Oh shoot, yeah. I didn't check that, damn it.
I don't know if you can go back.
I can quit and rejoin the room.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Oh wait, you host.
Unable to join room. Okay.
Because if I host another room, it'll make me the rules again.
All right. What's up? Yep. All items are on.
All right, cool.
There. Now they're on.
Shoot. What was I saying now? But yeah, I'd say just like a little bit of it could be Wi-Fi, obviously, just because it's, you know. But try and wait a little bit before you commit, and try and react a little bit more. Just because Mewtwo does have those tools that he like can react with, like down tilt. Obviously, Shadow Ball is a little bit more committal, but yeah, things like down tilt, things like even Nair at a shield. But yeah, because you're just kind of getting caught when you're committing to things a little bit too early.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, see, much better option.
Oh, that was meant to be fair. Nice.
Thank you.
Oof. No, grab too early. Oh no.
So yeah, I think that'd be a time for just turnaround down tilt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just kind of like choosing your punishes. But yeah, I'd say you could also like take like a little bit more time between the things that you do. Like you're pressing a lot of buttons right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of just like you're doing one thing and then you're immediately doing another and then immediately doing another. And then part of predictability is just rhythm too. And it's like, if I know you're going to do something immediately after you did the last thing, it's just a matter of deciding what you're going to do. And a lot of times, characters will have options that'll beat a lot of them, right? So if you do like a Nair on the ground into like immediate like Shadow Ball, or like you do, you know, Nair at a shield or something, and then immediately into another Nair, if the first one doesn't connect, then I kind of just know that something is coming, and that makes it easier to predict.
Nice.
Thank you. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. You landed right out of an aerial, and then immediately went into another one. And in that case, it's like predicting what it is. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do after if I shore you.
Yeah. Oh, oops. I thought if I, instead of DIing out, I tried to like DI over your head. Maybe you would
Range is 1/5 short.
Yeah.
jump too far.
No, it's really tough to get out of up tilt shore you when the person knows what they're doing, but there's not many people who do. I think it's basically me, and then I think like Takeda or Chonshu. I can't remember which one of them, but another one of them has really, really good up tilt shore use, but I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I've always like the Ryu that I play with, like it'll like I'll always get like I'll never get like one hit Shoryu. Like it'll never be like one up tilt and then a Shoryu. Like it's always like a small string or like maybe like down tilt Shoryus or jab Shoryus, but like it's like I feel like against you it's very much like if I get hit by one, like you're going to jump to where I am no matter what.
Yeah, and that's something I've practiced for a really, really long time. Like if people will try and pop up behind me, and it's like I can do like jump, turn around, Shoryu and stuff like.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've always been, not necessarily what I've always been known for, but one of the things that I've always been proud of is my gameplay. But yeah, so I'd say like one of the biggest things is just that rhythm and knowing that like
I don't always have to be doing something.
Yeah, and you started perfect pivoting back and just kind of using your space behind you and stuff, and that's really, really good. So yeah, that was kind of like the thing I was talking about earlier, like committing just a little bit too early. So you committed to the Shadow Ball without knowing where I was going to be, and then I was able just to get above your head and down air.
That was supposed to be a double jump. No.
So yeah,
I thought you would go for nair, not back air.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I guess you were probably going for it, but yeah, that would have made sense.
But yeah, for the most part, like the punishes that you're getting and stuff are really, really good. And the openings that you're getting are good. It's just a matter of not committing too hard when you don't know what the opponent's going to do.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times the things that Ryu does in neutral like aren't actually that safe, especially if you're that good at power shielding and it's something that you're practiced in. Because you can abuse that hard if Ryus are jumping around. So I'd say kind of use that a little bit more to your advantage. Try and use a little bit more of reactions. Obviously, it's a little bit harder on Wi-Fi just because you know, you have that extra bit of delay, so reactions are just going to be like inherently like more difficult to use.
Yeah.
But it's something to think about.
Okay. So in like moments where I feel like I am pressing too many buttons, would it be best if I just kind of like moved away and just started charging Shadow Ball? Like take like, instead of just kind of trying to continue a string or like harass you when like it's risky for me to be that close to you, should I just try to like create space and reset neutral?
I guess the honestly the issue is less of you pressing too many buttons, and it's more of you pressing too many buttons that are committal. Like all of the buttons that you're pressing are like attack buttons in a lot of the cases. So like you can keep going and pressing a ton of buttons, but I guess just leave a little bit more space in between them sometimes, you know? Just so it's not like a predictable rhythm. And I'd say like part of that is playing a little bit more reactionary too. Playing a little bit more reactionary, you won't be able to press that many buttons. It'll be like, okay, my opponent does this, so I do this, you know? Because immediately when you're pressing that many buttons, it becomes very difficult to play reactionary because you're already doing things yourself. And when you need to actually get the openings that you need, sometimes you'll just be in another animation.
Okay.
So what I guess that means is even if you like to be moving around a ton, even sometimes Shadow Ball is too committal to play reactionary. But just kind of like stay close to your opponent. You don't want to give up a whole bunch of stage control for free. But ideally you'd like to have space behind you so that if people jump in, you can kind of either get like out from underneath them, or I guess if you're really good at power shielding, you can do that too. But stuff like perfect pivot back, down tilt is a pretty safe option, even if you like aren't reacting to anything. But the main thing is just like kind of give yourself the tools to be able to react to things.
Okay.
Which
That makes
means
a lot of sense.
pressing less committal buttons that'll take longer. And then also just being a little bit more cognizant of where your opponent is on the stage.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
No.
Nice, that was good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously that works for super long on Mewtwo.
Yeah.
But I'd say like the biggest thing is you just have to play this matchup like way different than other matchups.
Like not go for like excess combos, just run.
Well, no, excess combos are really, really good on DK. That's something that you should be definitely doing. But I'd say mostly like neutral. Like you don't want to do anything fading into DK just because of the pressure of pivot grab. So like nairs in towards DK are suddenly not as good. But also nairs into DK are really bad because back air just destroys them. And that's one of DK's like best neutral best neutral options. So yeah, I'd say be really, really careful of DK's back air.
Okay.
If he's spacing it towards you, like you can just shield it and then grab it, or shield it and down tilt. One thing that's going to be super important in this matchup is that punish game. So I'd say like this might actually be why you're struggling with this matchup. It's just because you're not playing reactionary in it. Because DK, if you're kind of like keeping him out, you know, letting him approach you, he doesn't have that many good options. Unless he just like reads you super hard. So I'd say like what you want to be doing with him is letting him approach. That doesn't necessarily mean giving up stage, but letting him come towards you, catching him out of dashes, or catching him out of dashes, or just kind of like getting your own openings when he's not back airing, and then taking them really far, because he is really, you know, he's that fat bodied. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, taking your conversions for as far as you can go, but then also not overextending them to the point where you're giving him another opportunity, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you want to know exactly how much you can get on DK without giving him something in return.
Okay.
2, 1, go!
Nice, very, very good.
Yeah.
Nice, very good. So you see how much more that, obviously it's still not like a no stress matchup, but
Yeah.
it definitely becomes less stressful when you kind of just have that flow chart of like, okay, catch his landings with down tilt, because you were catching my landings after I back aired with down tilt really well. If I overcommit into your shield, you were just kind of like doing like a 1 or 2 hit conversion, pushing me back out, and then resetting back to neutral, which is exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna switch
something
to
that'll...
playing some Diddy now, by the way.
All right, cool. And all of that stuff will apply to Diddy too. It's just like kind of keeping him out, not giving him a whole bunch of stage control, because when he has that stage to work with, he has those pivot grabs and stuff that he can use when he has space behind him. So you still kind of want to limit his space and limit his landings, which you were doing a really good job of in that last game. But mostly just kind of like reaction and just kind of wall him out.
It's interesting. The Diddy, or the Donkey Kong that I play against the most, like he doesn't fence me out with a lot of back airs for the most part. He just kind of like sits there and like waits for me to make a movement, and then he tries to pick or grab me.
Oh, interesting. So in that case, it'll definitely benefit you just to wait and do shadow balls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like.
I think I've only done damage to you with bananas so far. I meant to fair after that.
Oh my god, I slipped off stage.
I've never seen that.
I did not mean to slip off stage. Alright, that'll do.
That was rough.
Yeah, because
I just like I couldn't regain stage control, and I was just like kind of like flubbering around in the air trying to like trick you into letting me land again.
Yeah. Shoot, what was I gonna mention? Yeah, I think like just I think you kind of have the game plan with Diddy down. It's just like I think you're tunneling a little bit too hard on banana.
Yeah.
I'd say like more short hop forward airs and more down tilt stuff, just to kind of like down tilt same way you'd use it as Mewtwo, but you have to be a little bit closer to your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And then forward airs to just kind of like stop Donkey Kong from jumping, or even just like dashing in, because if Donkey Kong ever tries to dash in, you can catch him out of that dash with forward air.
It's weird because I'm so used to like short hop fast fall fair that like just doing regular short hop fair with Diddy is like it's kind of like a weird habit to get into. Since with Mewtwo I can just like fast fall everything.
Nice.
Thank you. I know I shouldn't have air dodged the second time. I should have flipped away.
Yeah. But yeah, so just like I think you're doing a lot better of a job of it now. You still can press a lot of buttons just to kind of like wall DK out. You just want to make sure that like you're not pressing those buttons at a time when he can react and punish you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say the main thing, just like don't be afraid to play a lot more reactionary in that matchup.
Okay.
Which immediately with your Mewtwo helped a lot. So yeah, that's something to think about. I'm gonna play a little bit of Yoshi. I'm not 100% sure how much I'll be able to help you with this matchup because this matchup isn't quite as linear as the DK one.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
But yeah.
I think my main problem against it's probably not so much against Yoshi, but it's more like this guy just like has all of my habits down. So he's I don't know, he has me figured out, and I'm not sure like what I'm doing every game that's making me so predictable. So I think like kind of like fixing my rhythm is definitely one thing I'm going to try. Is that 3 up airs in a row?
It might have been.
That was pretty cool. I think I had you there like on ledge without ledge invincibility, and I had the banana, and I just didn't know like, oh, I think I died from monkey flip there. I didn't know like how to punish you, so that could possibly just be from me not knowing a ton about Diddy yet.
Yeah. Oh wow. That felt true.
That's one thing that I've been doing every once in a while. Like if I'm kind of having issues getting in for like a down tilt to up smash, I will just like do banana and try to get the helpless spin. Or not banana, top gun. Oh, I was DIing that in because I was just not thinking. I don't know why. Like I was up there. I was like, oh yeah, I'll survive this. And it's like, wait, I'm DIing straight in. I don't think that helped me.
But yeah, for the most part, like this matchup with Ryu is, for me, it's like get a percent advantage and then just wall Yoshi out. Like I use so much back air in this matchup as Ryu.
I'm gonna switch to Mewtwo and try it with him.
Okay. Yeah, and I know that's why Yoshi mains hate Cloud too, is just because they can just do back air over and over again, and it's so hard for Yoshi to do anything about it. And so for Diddy, you could probably just do forward air for kind of the same thing, but a little bit less of the actual punish. And
just
then
to create that wall where like eggs, if it hits an egg, it's gonna break the egg. If it like if Yoshi even tries to nair through it, like he'll get hit, kind of thing.
yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
See, that's a rhythm thing there. You're shielding in front of me, and I had the advantage just because you were in shield and I wasn't. And then I knew when you were gonna let go of shield, but not what you were gonna do. But it didn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you can double jump out of that. I gotta stop doing that against Yoshi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was just lucky. Yeah. Jeez. I turned around because I thought you would get carried to the other side. No. I don't know. I went in after after I knocked you down for one thing. I was like, you know, I could probably disable him if he just does neutral get up. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Like, I covered no other options by doing that.
But yeah, for the most part, it's a lot better, or it's going a lot better when you are just kind of like trying to keep Yoshi out.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, big yawn. When you were mixing up shadow balls and then kind of like coming towards Yoshi, so I was like dashing and then I was getting caught by your shadow balls out of my dash, and then I went and I stopped kind of like dashing and I started moving slower in, and you just like immediately dashed at me. So that kind of mix-up game is super good. And that's something that'll be like playing that little bit more of a reactive game will help you a lot. Like it kind of from like low level to like going from like low level to like mid level and then into like high level, you get to about like high level, like close to like probably top 100-ish. Just you can do that like just by playing reactionary. And then after you get to that point, that's when you have to start making reads again, which is kind of interesting.
It is kind of cool. I realize Yoshi's Fair isn't like stellar, but like it's so fucking scary.
Yeah,
like,
it has a big hitbox. It's more the fact that his airspeed combined with the fact that he has that fair.
yeah.
Like imagine if he had Mewtwo fair with the airspeed he does.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how a lot of my games go. I just kind of get like thrown around by fair, and I don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, so I'd say respect both Yoshi and DK at edge, because both of them can use those spikes while on stage for a little bit less of a risk, and then punish you super hard. Like I did the same thing with DK. when you tried to use a hitbox through the stage there. So yeah, just be really careful about what you do at the ledge against them. And then also you're getting punished a lot for just like trying to hit Yoshi right after he hits you.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, just respect him more in the disadvantaged state. Like he's still threatening, and it's still kind of like a mix up. Like characters like I can't think of a character that punishes you super hard for like trying to hit them immediately after. I guess like maybe Bayo, but yeah.
Another matchup I suck at.
Yeah, so maybe just like a little bit more of respect for your opponent's advantage state, and just a little bit more of unpredictability out of combos. Because if you're always swinging at them immediately right out of their opening, you'll definitely get punished for that.
Yeah. Bayo's actually one matchup that I don't find myself having a lot of trouble with. I think she's probably one of the most fun characters to play against. I know I'm like very much in the minority with that, but like I can kind of just like wait for her to do something and then just shadow ball on tilt. Oh no.
That's dumb. Yoshi's down air is ridiculous.
I get my shield broken a lot by it. Just because I panic and then I end up just trying to like mitigate some damage. Oh my god, he's so fucking heavy. I mean, if that had killed, I would have been kind of lucky anyways, but like...
Oh,
dinosaur.
Kill.
I have realized that like because Yoshi's hitbox, oh no, because Yoshi's hitbox gets so big when he uses fair, I can like if he is trying to approach with fair, I can just up smash and it'll catch him before his hitbox comes out.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, then it's still difficult. Or like I don't know, if he double jumps out, I think one thing that will really help me with this matchup is being able to catch his double jumps better.
Yeah.
Or not catch his double jumps, but like keep him from landing when he doesn't have a double jump.
Yeah.
Because then, like, if I can like grab him and back throw him, or even if I can like hit him with a fair, then he's like just using eggs.
And then yeah, eggs won't get a munch once he's already used the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was already like it's already starting to get a lot better. I hit you with down air and it did 31%.
What? Yeah, God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this seems like a good idea to go for a down air while you're above me on the platform, and then all of it hit and it did 31.
3, 2, 1, go!
No. I feel like just dropping shield against Yoshi doesn't feel safe for me. Maybe it's just because I don't have a lot of great out of shield options. But like if you're just jabbing on my shield, I'm like really scared.
Yeah, Yoshi can keep up that jab pressure for a while.
god, I lost my footing.
Oh, that was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was talking about earlier, like, reactionary play is like so generally when people are like low level of play, they just kind of like try and hit their opponent, right?
Yeah.
And that gets beat by reactionary play. So usually it goes like the lowest level of play is just like people who kind of just go in and try and hit their opponent over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next tier up is the people who play reactionary and just wait for their opponents to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is like up almost to like top play is reactionary play. For the most part, you know, it's like kind of like bait and react. Once you kind of get to the higher end, but it's like, okay, my opponent will eventually make a mistake. Which one of us will make a mistake first, and will be able to capitalize on the other one harder. And then top play becomes again like, okay, I'm not only gonna try and react to what my opponent's going to do, and then the predictions come into play. Like there are some people I know that have made it into top 50, just like not off of really reading their opponent, but just, you know, like reacting super well and having really, really good punishes off of them too. So I'd say like reactionary play is like the basis to being a very, very strong player. Just because reacting to people's mistakes is something that's like extremely important. It doesn't matter if you can force somebody into mistakes if you can't react and punish them. So that's something that like I'd say if you worked on would help you a ton. It's just doing that.
I think I get into my own head a lot, and then I start kind of like trying to act preemptively instead of reacting. But I don't know. I think like the best part of my like reactionary play is just like catching landings with Shadow Ball, which I only can sometimes do well, and then perfect shielding.
Yeah, and both of those like you've shown that you can definitely do. So it's just a matter of continuing to do it so that you're comfortable doing it in high level situations and when you're under pressure. And I think that'll give you a lot because your conversions are good, your pressure is good. You were catching me with some stuff that I was like, damn, like nair like close to the edge of the stage and then fall off fair. I got hit by that a couple of times with Ryu and just like died at like 85, and I was like, oh shit, like I hardly knew that was a thing. So like your conversions are really good, and you're getting kills when you want them. It's just a matter of reacting to people's mistakes that they make.
Scary. That was just going up, and I was like, oh, please.
Oh no, I'm definitely dead.
Is that because you were like DIing in out of the hit stun from there?
You kind of like dragged me off, and then I air dodged immediately after. I didn't have my jump.
It's close.
Oh wow, that jab lock, what the hell?
I guess it has like the opportunity to jab lock. I guess I could have probably just up smashed you there instead of going for short hop and air out of the up tilt.
Yeah, so that's just like little. That's the kind of like prediction stuff that will come. Or I guess that's still like kind of reactionary, but that's like bait and punish.
I can do that stuff on ledge, but like especially with Shadow Ball, Like hit them once doing a neutral get up or attack get up with a shadow ball, and then the next time they'll definitely jump or wait.
Yeah.
That stuff is easy, but every once in a while I just get tripped up on it. Also, how much more time do we have left?
So we just hit like slightly over an hour, but I'll do one more.
Okay.
And then I'll give you a quick overview, just 'cause I want to play one with Bayo.
Okay.
Oh god, I made the mistake of looking up and there's a huge spider on my ceiling.
He's taking notes as well.
Oh, he must be. I'm just gonna pretend like he doesn't exist.
3, 2, 1, go!
Do you remember Rosa Gets Fit?
I think so.
I think they actually just put, but I think they're from Georgia. They like joined the Mewtwo Discord one time and they were like, hey, who wants to play games? They had a couple games against their Bayo. It was really good, and they like really like pretty much like if we weren't like fighting, or like if we were anywhere neutral, she would just use
bullets,
like neutral B to just space me out and keep me from ever approaching.
Nice.
Thank you. Is that one? Yeah, that's it.
Whoops, I suck. The lag ate my triple jump.
Oh no.
But yeah, that actually Waddy told me that too. I played him at Gommel, and I lost the games 1 and 2 with my Ryu, and then I switched to Bayo for game 3, and he was beating me like pretty decently, but I got like a kill combo at like 60, and then I witch timed him at 0 and killed him. And then and then game 4 was like pretty close, but he won with his Mewtwo. And then afterwards he was like, yeah, like I think your Mewtwo is really, or your Bayo is really, really good, but I'd just say more bullets in that matchup.
Yeah, like
But-
if you're constantly using bullets, like I'm like, well, shit, guess I can't use Shadow Ball. And like if I have a Shadow Ball on and you decide to heal side ever, like then it's free for me. It's like free 25%.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically, I thought of a different way to kind of like explain the like levels of play with reaction time a little bit better. So like low level play, both people are kind of just like hitting each other, which is fine. And then you get into the I'm gonna wait for you to make a mistake, and then punish it, and that goes all the way up until like you're finding like super minuscule mistakes to actually punish on. And winning games off of those, and then it becomes I'm going to make you make a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's like the highest level of play, and that's when it gets super difficult. But I think you could benefit a lot from just the like because you're punishing people on their mistakes, and your punish game is really, really good, but just leaving yourself open to react a little bit more
Okay.
and punish a little bit harder, I'd say, is like the big thing. And then the other big thing that I'd say to work on is just the rhythm stuff. Because a lot of the times I don't know what you're going to do, which is good, but I know that you're going to do something.
Okay.
And for stuff like Witch Time and things like that, like that's really, really good to just kind of like be able to predict your opponent's rhythm.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say just like constantly think about what you're doing. Don't let yourself autopilot into just doing things, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say those are the two big things. Like your punish game was really, really good. Your neutral was solid. Play a little bit more reactionary, and then just focus on those timings. Because I think you could play aggressive too, like you have been, if you just mix up your timing a little bit. Because your pressure was really good too.
Okay.
But just kind of throw in a little bit more room in between your attacks so you can react better, and to make yourself more predictable. Or sorry,
Okay.
less predictable, not more predictable.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
All right, no worries, dude. Yeah, this will be up definitely before I go to New York on Tuesday. If you want to watch over any of it. And I think I'd be able to help you more with the Yoshi matchup if I had a VOD to look at too. But I don't know if that's something
I'll try to
that
get
you
one
have.
of those. I can get one on Tuesday.
All right, cool.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, just hit me up when you want that other lesson too.
All right. We'll do. See ya.
See ya.